Sonadara lahado kuduruna lara utolo kudura udala adorana isakadara dunya namen. Higdana da ala rogodaha yaudahana na. Dunhana nadhara kapkun makayata ulahya kunaramen. Amen, amen, I say to you, abababa nathada da haukudara. Nukida la ruda hulara, nukudara usano, the Juana, amen. Women. You know, in heaven before we were sent to the world, we're like before we make plans to be sent in this world, we are like this. In heaven, we were always fighting. Well, the man is always fighting. As I love to sit on the moon. You know, I love to sit on the moon, just like on what you see in the thumbnail. I like to sit in there, as I am you called lunar, you know, and yeah, always sit and just looking the world go by. You know, we're always have our own things, and then the 12 apostles, the kings. They were also, you know, humans, they were also part of that, because there's many realms, there's lots of it. And Michael and Gab is also, I forbid to say them. I forbid to say. So, before we were cast, we were, we wonder why the bolt, the door was it was just like it's you know, like when you close your door with the bang. We wonder why it banged, and when we look, Mom gets angry because we don't. The boys always just fight with their swords, and they wonder where we can find our mate, M-E-T-E, you know, where we can find our mate, because I was the first feminine, which is I was already betrothed to him, you know, I was already betrothed to him, but I just, as to that time, I was really like young, and you know, in the, you know, I don't have things of like that. But I was betrothed to him before can get you can get become one. We were already after days that we were cut, we become like betrothed to each other, alchemical. You know, we were already alchemical. You know, so because it is like that. When you are first, you always. I was first, and he was. You know, the first male. So I was betrothed to him, you know, and then so the boys, you call the apostles, they are always fighting with their swords. We don't get tired, you know. Spirits does not get tired. They just keep fighting and fighting until they get one, you know, like that. But they are brothers, so they don't get hurt to that point that they have to, you know, like hurt each other, because father does not like his children to be hurt with each, you know, like that. So they always fight with their swords, and then I just love to sit and watch them. But sometimes when they try to train me, I don't know how to hold swords then. Those because I was still young. They try to teach me, but I was just too feminine. Even how I walk, I just like, you know, like too feminine and too slow. That's why they were so angry at me, because even when I was first incarnated to the earth, I'm always the same. You know, like those old times, those ancient times, women walk. So I did. Not all, because I was the first, and, you know, I walk so slow, like I cannot walk on the ground, you know, like that. I was They're always angry at me because at that I was so feminine that so my hair was very very long and curly, just like what you see, but it was color yellow. It was color yellow when I first came, but after a few days it was changing. It's changing. So they always fight, and they try to teach me to fight with the sword, but I don't know how to hold it. I don't, like that. That's why they sent me to the world for all this, to learn. But when I had even when we were alchemical already, we were already like yin yang, half of us, half of his. I got his spirit and his like that, and then. Even to that point, I still so feminine the way I walk. It's just too slow, and it's like a turtle. The way I walk, so slow, just so feminine, very very feminine. And then all they do, the sons, the apostles, was called Yoni sons. Yoni sons, Yoni, Unisons. Why I was called you. And he was called Ni, like that. So Ni, because he was he was younger, like older but younger, like that. Because he think really really old. He think he's very grown up. He's very grown up. But I was just come out from a pisik, it's just like just come out in the lotus, and then that's when I become this, because it's like this. My spirit come out from Father's nostril, and a flesh of mine comes out from the lotus for our temple, it's like that for our temple, which is what you call the cover yourself, like that. And the boys always fight. They wonder how they can find their pair, their tame, their mate. They don't want anyone that they want to thrill. They say that they want to thrill. So they make a plan that they want to come to the world and find their mates here. As those times that Lepelem, we called Lepelem, and you call them Nepelem, but to us Lepelem. And there's many more called to them, Lepelem, just many. I cannot say the others. They were already in the world, so they wanted to come down because they were already have their daughters like that, Yeah, all that. It's written in your book about the Son of Man, But they want to thrill more than that. To just see, keep coming and keep coming. While we were shut, while Mom shut us out, she closes the door, it's the doorway. She was hurt in her ear because of the sound of the swords. The sound of the swords. That's why she shut us out. And then when I'm up, some days when I'm up, when I'm in the room or in the you call kitchen. When they get tired fighting each other, because this is men, this is men. Like, even in your real, here, they're like this. But they are worse in heaven, because all they do is just like to sweat. This is how we get rid of our... there's many things that I cannot tell you a lot, So when I speak and if I cut it like that, that's it. It's forbid. I cannot tell you others because it's all mysteries what I speak to you. If you learn something, like also those times, there's always cuts in what I say because first your words is blasphemies and when the translation to me is too blasphemous, I cannot speak more about it, you know. And if it's I have forbid to speak the words in my book, I won't say lot to it. I won't if you notice, I don't complete my words all the time because it's all mysteries. It's all mysteries for you to learn of your own what you have gained, you know. You call the what you learn, knowledge, you know, wisdom from the what I have been sharing to you. So when they finished fighting, they just walk in the kitchen, and then I always have fruit put in the basket, because this is what we eat, fruit. I put in a fruit basket. They just walk in and they speak what they want. They're like, they don't go to their own place, on thing, but they like to stay with us. You know, they like to stay with us, which is Aya. Always wonder until he found out that they want to go down with me. You know, they want to go down with me to find their mates because I'm a woman, and as a woman, I can come near to a woman, another, you know. So, let's say that we were heavenly and the Nepelim was down here, you know. So, they wanted to go down. They make a plan that they want to take me down with them. But before that, we have to ask Ya. We have to ask Ya. And then all of them agreed to that. First, it was wondering, I don't want to do it. You know, I was like, I can't do. So, first, they sent me into the rivers first as a mermaid, you know, a siren. And because I was too feminine that even to walk, I'm like, because I'm Señorita, humans. You know, Señorita means does not know how to cook, does not know how to do anything. You know, I know how to brush, that's all. That's what I did, like a young lady, a really young, a lady. Let's say a lady, even to my the way I walk, the way I speak, they get angry. So they try to teach me with the swords. I just said a while ago, they teach me with the swords. I could not hold it. So yeah, later on, they get him to send with me. Because they want to teach me. They want to teach me like a grown. Because I was first. So, this is what they did to me in the beginning. Because I was that too feminine. I was the way I speak everything. So, that is when it's been a long time before they really accept that it is time. Because those times also are the angels are getting like suffers from the other dimensions, in the other dimensions. So there is none that could do what I can. So they sent me down because my hair was a strainer, which is only I can cleanse with that. You know, like your hair, you clean your hair. It's like a strainer. And it was very, very long and curly those times. And some days it's just, when depending on its color, it changes, you know. So they agreed to that. That is when the time also, when I was GSUS, that is when I was called begotten, because I've been through already that time. But before that time, they were already agreed to send me, as for me to learn too. It was, this is what I missed in heaven, you know, this is what I missed in those old ancients, as when they are fighting, they are just, they can fight all they want, you know, they can hurt, they can, what you call that, they don't, what you call that, to us when they speak a word, it's already like a sword to your face, but later after they do that, they're just like nothing happened, you know. They fight, but after that, it's something like it's like nothing happened. But up to days, you are like this. When you upset to somebody, you don't want to speak to them. This is the world of today, children's of today's. This is not what we were taught. Even in heaven, when I just come out and have my own, my own figured. It was just the problem of me, their problem on me, like let's say, their problem, I cannot hold anything. I cannot hold anything. I was too lazy in acting of everything, But those times when they fight, when after the foot to sweat, they just always go around in the place where I was with dad, mom, and yeah. They just stay with us, and then they eat. They always just like their own home, like that. They have their own, but they like to stay with us because me and mom always welcome them like of her own, This is heaven, humans. This is heavens through all their play, because what they do is just like playing throughout their play, and the end just like nothing happened. That's what I missed in this end. That every time when I feel like I missed my brothers, I missed my family, I look in heaven, and then that's when I cry, because I remember those times when before the Nephilim gets jealous, everything was really in a good condition. Everything was really in a good, everything was really smooth, But after the Nephilim wage war against that's when everything becomes really, because the Nephilim is those you called who went against Father, which is they've been thrown down to the world. That is the Nephilim, which is you called Goliath. That is what they were, Goliaths, who was thrown down to the world due to what they are doing to heaven, This is the reason why all the trees was cut down, because Nephilim was giants, They were giants, and depending on the race, because they have race of Goliaths smaller than Goliaths, like up to day's end. It's there is kids that being burned and not tall, like that. It's like that until they get it becomes what you call that, on the gene. It's on the gene that after after on the race become like the population of the Nephilim gone big. Over time they gone smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, but the first of them, the gen of them from the bloodlines is very tall, they're very tall, but they are really haughty, like captive, they are what you call, it's really ridiculous what they're doing. I can, you wage war against your God, his the one who make his papa. It's that is why they are being denied, because of denying my God. The Nephilim, they deny my God. That is why they are thrown down, cast down, which is there's still a few in this end. There is still a few in this end, but as I say, it's already end time, so we will see all this in the end time at the judgment day. You will see what I'm talking about, because now many Nephilim are being cut out, So hay ko namin. We call them Nepelim, depending Nepelim. You call them Nepelim. That is what the Nephilim did to my they went war. They went against him. They could not accept that he's going to, because he was the heir to the throne, and father wanted to come to with mom somewhere because it was time for them to replenish. This is why we are passing. You understand that the passing of the dove was also the passing of the you-called spirits. The dad and mom has to replenish, which is they go away every million years, but in this end no one will be away from their beloved because we have done it all.